All right, there's a brand new one. Here's what we had left. Right now, I'm headed to the parts store to get the brakes and all the parts I need. I bought this out of Dallas, Texas 2 years ago. The reason I bought it out of Texas, anybody who lives in a northern climate understands why I bought it from Texas. If I bought this vehicle in Minnesota, it would be rusting out right now. Whereas this, it had 197,000 miles on it when I bought it from Texas. Now it has like 222 or something like that, 225. It runs awesome. Mechanically, it is very sound. I haven't put anything into this except a set of tires. But cosmetically, there's one ding in this entire vehicle and there's completely no rust on it yet. So it's a no-brainer for me to take a trip to Texas. Tractors. You may ask yourself, does he go to O'Reilly's because he thinks they're good parts? Primarily because they're the cheapest. Got it. Got all the parts, and now I get to head back to the shop and put them in. Hey guys, so it is the next day. Yesterday I didn't end up having time to get the Yukon down to the shop to replace all these parts in it. Plus today I got my helper with. So right now we are headed down to the shop. I did not call in advance. I'm hoping that there's room in there so that we can do all these parts in the Yukon. Right? Yeah. Yeah. So, do you want to show them what we're going to do? Yeah. Okay, what are we doing?
We're going to put new brakes in the calipers in because one fell out and...
Close. If the calipers fell out, we wouldn't be going anywhere. So what fell out was the link pins. We got new ones. We're going to take this tire off now, and then we'll do the brakes on this side and the sway bar link pins. Also, this door handle, I noticed it had been kind of coming off, so I ordered a new one off of Amazon, and then it broke completely. So when we're done with the brakes, we're going to end up having to, oops, see how it just broke completely? We're going to end up having to take this whole door panel off, get into the back side, and put a new door handle on this. So let's get to it. Alright, so what we're doing here now is we're going to take the wheel off and get started. And now, then we use the tire as a seat. That's what I do. Okay, so now I'll show you here with the link pins. So the link pins is a pin that goes between, this is the sway bar and this is the control arm, right? So there's a pin that goes between them. They just, when they break, they just kind of disappear on the road somewhere. So here's what it looks like. Here's a new one. Corbin is going to select the wrenches so that we can tighten them up. Is it sloppy or does it fit well?
Fits well.
Fits well, okay, all right, take it off, let's check the other side. Is that the same size or is that a different size?
It's a different size.
Okay, so hold on to that wrench, that'll be for the one side. Let's try a 17. Try the 17 on there. Does that fit?
Yeah.
Or is it too big?
Fits.
It's kind of big. Let's try it. Let's look for a 16, okay?
Yeah.
16 right here. So you're gonna try a 16, does that fit on there? Oh yeah, that's better. See how nice and snug that fits? Probably let's take the brakes apart first and get them out of our way. And then we can work on the sway bar link pins. All right. We already got our tools out in the correct sizes. How tight these ones are. Okay. That feels really good as using your hand as a hammer. Put the nuts over here. Pull it out. Put the caliper over here. Just set it there. You don't want to hang it by the hose because it's bad for the hose. Now I'll take this other one. This one might be a little difficult. That hurt my hand a lot just doing that. Okay, ready. Okay. Right. Oh, that one's really tight.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try again here. Oh, okay. All right, that one's loose. Here's our brake pads from this side, right? So here, we'll show you how bad the brakes were. So see this focus? All right, this is metal, right? This isn't a brake pad surface. This is your brake pad surface. See that tiny little ledge? You can barely see it because they're almost gone. There's that. Here, let me show you a brand new one. All right, there's a brand new one. Here's what we had left. That's old and new. All right, then we pull the caliper bracket off. And then we got this guy, right? This is a tool that you use so you put a socket end on it. If you're afraid that putting a wrench on it and cranking on it, you're gonna twist either the end of the socket off or either around the head of the screw or around the bit off. So this tool, I don't actually know what it's called. I will find out and I will link it below. So what it does is it ratchets on its own. Hit this side of it with a hammer and it jolts the screw loose. So on it, it says off or on what direction. So we want to go off. And then we take our little hammer here and we put this into there and then we give it one good crack. All right, so what you're doing there is you're driving the threads back and then it's popping it loose for you. So then we'll switch to a ratchet and we will see if it will unthread or if it will break off. We're really hoping it just comes off. There you go. Just like that. If you did not have that tool, I promise you who have done this before, which I know there's been many because I've done it for years. Without that tool, sometimes you'll get lucky. Sometimes you will snap the end of the socket off and sometimes you will strip out the center of that and you'll have to drill this screw off. So this tool, awesome. Then here, let's do this. All right, dude, so what we're doing here now is we are gonna clamp this because here, you wanna hold that part up. So with this link pin in here, this naturally is gonna be high, so we're gonna clamp it so that we can get all the parts put together and the nut on the bottom. All right, so I'm gonna help you because I'll hold one wrench and you can spin with the other wrench, okay? Is it getting tighter?
Yep.
Okay. All right, plug in. Okay. All right, what we're gonna do now here, so we're gonna spray this. So what happens with brand new rotors is they come with like a oil on them so that they don't rust while they are in shipping or in storage after manufacturing. So what we're doing is they make a brake cleaner. So you spray them down with brake cleaner, and what it does is it takes it cuts right through all that oil. so that your brake pads don't get all gummy when you put the brakes on, because if there's oil on them, it'll like clog up the brakes. So now what we're gonna do, so we're gonna put this on here. All right, now we're gonna get the screw, put the screw back in here. All right. So I lost my little helper. He ran up to the house because Nana is doing crafts with them, I think. I'm mildly hurt. My boy left working on a vehicle to go do crafts. It's okay. Anyway, so we got the brakes all done and the vehicle's back down. Now we gotta replace the busted door handle, taking the door panel off. I really hope I don't break any of the tabs, because that's annoying. And I've done that a lot in the past.
Does breaking them sound the same as getting them loose?
Oh, you think they sound broken?
Kind of.
Yeah, it sounds exactly the same. Here's the new handle. So there's gonna be a cable that pushes in here, right behind the door here. This actually wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Doors all back together and works good as new. Now I'm gonna wash it quick because they have a pressure washer and it's really dirty. Next time on Trucks and Tractors, we got a whole bunch of projects that are not gonna be tractors anymore. We're moving on to trucks. I can't wait because trucks are my thing. Stay tuned, that'll be next.